and welcome to the Horror Greenbook, the channel that takes you from coast to coast and con to con. I am your travel guide, Brendan, and again, we're back here in the Scary Sanctuary to bring to you another one of our Monday live watch parties. Number 24, this time, Phantasm. And, this one is in honor of our dear friend, Reggie. Reggie, who is the iconic man, the ice cream man in the Phantasm series. One of the just great guys in the horror community. Reggie is super awesome. So he's been going through some health issues over the past few years, but it's really started to really take hold over the past few weeks. And I was glad to see him over at Scarefest in Lexington, Kentucky. And recently he had to cancel one of the cons. I believe it would be Monster Mania. And basically, they let it be known that he was going to go to home hospice. And, they put up an address to where you can actually contact him. So I'll actually put that address up as well. Give me 1 second, guys. Yes. But hope everyone's doing good. Let me check in the stream real quick. We got Bumper in here. Says, "What's up?" He letting me know that Wit is going to be at one of the conventions that he's going to be at soon. Yeah, that's awesome. I love Wit. I've had the pleasure of meeting him a couple of times, so that's cool that he's going to be at a con that you're going to be at. We got Happy Toys and Collectibles. Donovan here says one day I'll have stuff situated and I can go to more cons. Hey, cheers to that, man. Here's to that for sure. So hopefully we can go ahead and see you on more of the cons. That's for sure. We got Vero in the house. What's going on, Vero? Hope everyone's doing well. Hopefully you're doing well as well. Um, yeah, he's in hospice. So hopefully you know, it'll be a peaceful transition for him, and he's going to be, with his wife Gigi, and hopefully more family and friends will get the time to show him some love. I will be needing to get a card to send to him and Gigi. It would just be a nice gesture from the Horror Green Book family to let him know, how much we appreciate his contribution to the horror genre. Phantasm is one of my favorite horror franchises. It's just wacky and fun. Such an enjoyable one. It gets totally weird towards like part four and then Ravager, but 1 through 3 are definitely pretty solid. Let's see what else everyone's saying. Yeah, Tony does suck about Reggie. Hey, what's going on? Make me Ghostface for you. How's it going? Yeah, hopefully you will get a booth for real, Bumper. That would be cool too. So Tony says fell down the stairs outside last Tuesday hauling ass and my hip gave out. Oh man, you need a hip replacement? Oh man. So you went to the ER last night, fractured your arm. Oh man. You're a tough SOB, Tony, so I'm glad that you're here and hanging out with us, man. Like I can't say that I would be doing the same if my hip gave out and I fractured my arm. But that's the dedication the Green Book gang has, and I really appreciate that. So, hey, salute to you, Tony, for real, man. Glad that you're here. But let me see. Let me get that address for Reggie. Man, that was so crazy to see. But I'm glad that he's able to get some love. But yeah, let me go ahead and put that into the chat for anyone that may be interested. All right, I just went ahead and put in the address where you could send items in to Reggie Bannister. If you're a fan of Phantasm, of anything that he's done, it's super cool to just show your love to these people in the horror genre. as I've said before, they've dedicated so much time and work and effort to just, give us these moments that we cherish forever and make us the fans that we are. So I'm definitely looking forward to sending him and his wife something. Yeah, so also, of course, we have the link for Phantasm in the chat that's pinned. And let's just say we'll start the film here in the next 4 minutes. So at 40 past the hour, we'll go ahead and start Phantasm, and we can just bask in the glory of an amazing um, Barracuda. Yeah, that's like my favorite horror related car. So every time I see one of those black Cudas, just just does something for me. And also, it's one of those things that throughout the movie you just know there's gonna be some damage to one of those cars, especially towards like the later ones, and you're just like, ugh. Knowing how expensive those are. Yeah, Reggie's my favorite part of the series as well. I mean, he's really held it down. He's the glue to the Phantasm series. I mean, other than Angus. So I mean, Angus and Reggie totally have held Phantasm down. Hey, we got TCCK Gaming. What's going on? Glad to have you back. We haven't started just yet. We're going to start the film in a little over 2 minutes at 40 past the hour. So everyone's just getting their sets all queued up and ready to enjoy some Phantasm fun with the tall man. We should do a drinking game every time the tall man says, boy. Oh, you've never seen Phantasm? Oh, wow. You're in for a treat. It's quite a trip. I'll never forget my first time stumbling upon Phantasm as a kid. I can't remember if it was a late night viewing or if it was just on television during the day, but I think I saw Phantasm 2 first. And it was just like, man, what is this? This is absolutely crazy. But I remember, the orbs. And the next time I went to like my mom and pop video store, I remember seeing an orb on the VHS of, I think it was the first Phantasm. And I'm like, okay, that's what it's called, Phantasm. So I've been a fan ever since. It's just had this very creative, independent style that was just like totally original, and the fact that it is a 70s film. This is, before the whole genre started to get, all of its mainstays that we will come to know and love. So that's cool to see the progression of the horror genre as the Phantasm series goes along. Like Phantasm 2 is completely different from Phantasm 1, and then Phantasm 3 is different from Phantasm 2. They're all different from each other. It's super crazy. All right, guys. Hopefully you're getting close to queued up. I'm keeping an eye out on my clock here. Let me pop up the chat while I'm thinking about it. Ooh. Let's see here. TCC Gaming says, speaking of late night viewings, I just saw Army of Darkness at the New Beverly Cinema. Oh, wow. I've been wanting to go check out the New Beverly. Hopefully the next time I'm out that way, I will get a chance to see a cool film there. See, Bumper says, getting my silicone mask in about 2 months, so I might have it for Monsterpalooza. Nice, nice. All right, press play, everyone. Yeah, that is really cool. TCCK Gaming. Like, I'm really gonna have to check out the New Beverly one of these days. I so love this film, guys. Like, can't get enough of this film. Awesome theme song. Awesome car. There's so many things that just really stick out about this film. Like, Dunn really did his thing, and just to know that he was so young when he was directing this film. What was everyone's first time seeing this? If you have seen Phantasm before. And speaking of which, I want to go check out that funeral home. I know Michael and Jessica from Grum Life did a video. I definitely want to go check that out. You got the fake graves right there. Cemetery Sex. That should be a good band name. That's actually, yeah, that should be a cool band name. Cemetery Sex. Yeah, like I think my first time seeing it, it was like a local broadcast. Like back in the days when they showed like when they were able to get like horror films like this for super cheap, similar to like what they do with like Tubi. They know they can get the rights like very cheaply, and they would just show stuff like this, Return of the Living Dead, and other films. I mean, you didn't have the boobs like now, but you got the gist of it for the most part. You were 14 when you saw it. Morningside. Hey, I'm glad that you agree, Tony. I mean, if anyone has experience with bands, I mean, it would be you. So for you to give the thumbs up, I'd say that's pretty good sign right there. it's it's crazy to know that even way back in the 70s, Reggie had no hair. But what's sad was I was reading something in regards to everything with Reggie, and it leads towards signs that this may be like the repercussions of dealing with Agent Orange in Vietnam, because there have been a few other vets that have had like a similar slope downward that Reggie has had with Parkinson's and everything. So that's really sad, man. Those guys really made some real sacrifices. So to know the fact that like he was a vet, well, he is a vet, and that he could make that transition to being an actor and to make a substantial contribution to a great franchise like this. Yeah, this soundtrack is cool. Just wait till the theme comes through. Saw it about 4 years ago. Okay. When you watch Reanimator for the first time. Hey, old Restless, what's going on? Greenbook gang in the house. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Tony. It was sad when I was or someone mentioned that in one of the threads that I was in one of my chat groups, and I was like, you know what? They're more than likely very right. That's the sad thing. Yeah, Reggie, he's kind of had like a downward slope in his health. The last time I saw him at Scarefest, I knew then that he kind of slowed down a bit, and I didn't know how many more cons he may have had in him. So at the Phantasm panel, it was very good to see him and most of the cast that are still around, that are at least doing cons. So I put in his address where you can write to him or send him things, because he's in home hospice now. He's taken off to his home in the mountains with his wife and to be around family. No, you're not late, Captain Spaulding. I'm at 5 minutes and 35 seconds into Phantasm, so you're right on time. Make me go space for you. Yeah, you're right on time. Yeah, the reanimator series is awesome. Yeah, this is a creepy film, especially when you're a little kid. Like I caught this at the right time, at the right age. I was, well, I should say. Like I love the whole, I love the orbs and everything. Yeah, you're right, Tony. He's lived a good life. He's received so much love from the fans and so much appreciation. So, I mean, I think, and then the fact that he's going to be able to, get a send off with his family and his fans are going to be able to reach him and show that love is awesome. Like for me, like one of my favorite things is Reggie trying to get some throughout this franchise. Like Reggie's like almost always on the cusp of getting some, and something just always goes wrong. There's that, and then the quad shotgun, the quad barreled shotgun. Such a dope aspect. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Sticking around as long as you can is a win in itself. You're right, Tony. Yeah, I love the organ music in this. And I love like how they use like deleted scenes from Phantasm One and later parts in the series to add more lore. So yeah, man, I love when a franchise is in total creative control by its creator. So we get the case of this. We also get the case of Child's Play. We're not gonna talk about the remake, even though I don't have any hate for the remake. It's just totally separate thing. And also with Terrifier and also Hatchet. Love seeing the love of a creator's baby growing with each initial entry. It's totally different from when a franchise shifts hands. Yeah, the funeral. You know what? I think I'm gonna buy that corset bumper. I really liked it, and I think it would just come in handy, especially for cool, gothy events that I may want to come out and check out in the future. Like, for instance, there's like this Anne Rice event that her son is throwing in New Orleans, and I've been thinking of what I've been wanting to wear, and that would be something very cool to incorporate. So may want to purchase that for future golf proms or vampire balls. Oh, just reached my first ad, guys. Yeah, have that movie's like flashbacks part two, and then I think a little bit of part three. But it's been a while since I've gone through the entire franchise. It's quite a ride. Like the last time I did it was when Joe Bob did it on the last drive-in. You have to find a good outfit for your mask and gloves. That's the fun thing about finding outfits for events and cons like this. You wonder if the hearse from that movie is in good condition. I wonder that too. But you know what's funny? I'm in a It's funny that you mentioned a hearse because I'm in a Monster Squad Facebook group, and someone found Dracula's hearse from the Monster Squad. It's been sitting in someone's yard, and it's in pretty rough condition. But apparently, it can be salvaged and refurbished and everything. So the person that found it is trying to find people to invest on, fixing it up and everything and restoring it to his past glory. So I'm hoping they're able to get that taken care of. All right, guys, I am at 9 minutes and 17 seconds. Yeah, I've always wanted a hearse too. Can't remember if I asked you this before, but have I seen Zygot? No, I haven't. Would you recommend it? If so, I will add it to my list. I'll add it to my letterboxed watch list. Let me see. Okay, I will add it. From the sound of it, it kind of sounds like the Gorge in a way. I did just check out the Gorge today, also Bumper. I dug it. I really dug it. Anything with Anya Taylor Joy in it, I'm there. Yeah, I've always wanted a hearse though. It's a horror short on YouTube produced by Oat Studios. Okay, I'll be on the lookout for it. Like to put a Hellcat in a hearse. um, my first tattoo artist drove a hearse. He was a pretty cool guy. Yeah, Grandma does look like Ozzy. You have like this very esoteric hippie chick and her very heavy metal grandma. You're getting a Blu-ray in a week? Okay, cool, cool. Did I meet the hearse guy at the Jamboree? I didn't meet him, but I did see him. And Make Me Go Streaks for You. I'm gonna check that out, especially if it's on YouTube. I'll make it very easy to check out. Now we got some CUDA action. I swear, guys, if I ever hit the lotto, I'm buying a CUDA. Yeah. Oh man. And apparently the one question that I had to ask in the Phantasm panel back at Scarefest was why the why the CUDA? And Dunn said that there was this guy in his high school that had one, and he just always thought it was just so badass. So he felt that since they needed a car in the movie, why not get a CUDA? And I am so thankful he decided to do that, because I swear I would spare no expense if I had the funds to get one. Yeah, that car in the house looks like the Better Off Dead house. The car. Yeah, you're right. You drive a '67 V Dub for 20 years. I don't know. I could handle a CUDA. You totally got this, Tony. I don't doubt that you could. Man, that music, the whole scenery and everything in this film is so dreamy, and I like the whole dreamlike atmosphere for this film, and particularly this one. I like how all of them have a different vibe to them, but the first one is just it just has like this whole just thing about it. Now part two's badass too, but the only thing is you wish they still had the same mic. Tall man's pulling a Count Orlock right there. Mike's like, what? Another cool thing I liked about Phantasm was one of the heroes was a kid. And not only that, but this kid had a motorcycle. You know, it's just like, man, parents in the '70s, they just didn't care. Like I think about now, like being a kid, where it's just like, man, I was like 7 years old, walking down the street to like the corner store, no adult supervision, walking across busy roads We were built different. There's no way that I would allow my 10-year-old to do the things that I did when I was like 4 years younger than him. You have a black widow edition lifted Chevy, a heavy Chevy. Yeah, she's quite a cutie. Yeah, it's 70s, 80s are the last of a great generation for real. Like for real, like Mike had a real deal road legal motorcycle at what, like 14, 15 in this movie. There's no way that grandma is not tripping off mushrooms or something. I would so love to kick it with that girl and her grandma. Like, I could just sit there in silence. I'm just like, you know what? Granny, you're a good vibe. Yeah, that one old school ice cream truck. Yeah. Yeah, that there's plenty of good and plenties being sold out of there. Yeah, for real. And that's why I said like this is solely has to be the creation of a newbie filmmaker to where it's just like, all right, man, no one has told me that I couldn't do this, and we got some Dos Equis there, the most interesting men in the world right here. I mean, not only does this guy sell ice cream, he can play guitar and he can handle firearms. Like regular Renaissance man right there. Probably only two types of ice cream. Yeah, exactly. He's out of everything else you could possibly ask for. Reggie doesn't guarantee Reggie doesn't have any of the good stuff that you want. He doesn't have any of the WWE popsicles, or not popsicles, but the ice cream bars. Those are so good. He doesn't have any TMNT bars. He doesn't have the Simpson stuff. He just has like ice cream sandwiches and maybe like a fudge popsicle. That's it. Yeah, exactly. No warp TMNT bars, none of that. Every time Reggie pulls around, you're just like, oh, all right. Like, what you got? It's just like when Big Worm pulls around with his ice cream truck. Dune's Cantina. Okay, I've always wondered if that was a set or if that was an actual place. I mean, I would imagine it's an actual place, but I would love to just go get a drink in there if that's still around. We got some disco. Hey guys, what was your favorite ice cream bar or popsicle or whatever whenever the ice cream man rolled around in your neighborhood? I had a huge thing for the TMNT bars and also the WWF bars with like Andre the Giant, the Macho Man on them. There's also this good one. Gosh, I'm trying to think of it. It escapes me, but there was this really good one with a dinosaur. But oh, freaking fantastic one. Pink Panther, good one. Really, Faison's always getting into some stuff. I, I have to look that up, Tony. I think I remember seeing a video of him getting in like an airport incident like a couple of years ago. That was pretty funny. All right, we have an encore performance by Cemetery Sex, everyone. You never really bought the ice cream. I buy the foam airplanes and those other things. Yeah, yeah. See, that's when you know you actually had a good ice cream man when they had other knickknacks in there as well, or just snacks and stuff like pickles. Just an all-encompassing ice cream man. And if you were really lucky, your ice cream man had a little bit of Cheech and Chong in him. Did anyone see that there's going to be a Cheech and Chong like semi documentary slash like Jay and Silent Bob does Hollywood type um updated type thing? It looked pretty interesting. As someone that grew up watching all the Cheech and Chong films. Yeah, last movie. Yeah, Cherry Clan candies were good too. Yeah. Dan ice cream. I still remember his name. You were the weird kid getting the strawberry one with stuffed crunchy. Was it like the strawberry shortcake ones? I enjoyed those as well. Yeah. You gotta be like, wow, when you see a nice set like those. Phantasm had it all. Had boobs, muscle cars, ice cream, a random band set, um, a little bit of everything. You even have little people in here imitating Jawas. The orange popsicle things. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's something like that. Something kind of like Big Stick or something. Yeah, the Flintstones ones. Oh yeah, the push-ups. Man, I was so happy when the push-ups finally came to the stores. Yeah, those are major. Yeah, the push-ups were legit. You know what? That's the sign of a good brother. When you're in the middle of something and you hear that teenager voice cracking scream, and you're like, you know what? Let me go take care of him. He's better than me. I would have been like, he'll be okay. He'll make it home. Toilet paper roll ice cream, right? um, Donovan, I'm at 23 minutes. It's a gopher. Right, exactly. I was like, well, now you're worried about the girl that I was with. Oh man, now that's definitely a good brother. You get the keys to the CUDA. I got some business to handle. I will walk home. Mm-mm-mm. It's like, where's she at? Where's she at? Yeah, you know what? That I was totally thinking the same thing, Tony. I think that it wasn't that big of a deal or big of an issue. It's just like, you know what? I don't have a place to go. You don't have a place to go. Let's just keep these dead people company. I don't think they're going to mind. And if so, let them speak up. All right, just reached my next ad. But it just reminds me of like crazy things of like how like I had a thought of like what like historical characters like a future video that I want to do is what historical figures would we see at horror conventions nowadays? And one of the first people I think of automatically would be Mary Shelley for a couple of reasons. For one, she's the prototypical goth girl. Super smart. She would have been peddling her little book, some book called Frankenstein. Never heard of it. We may check it out though. It may be something good. And then not only that, but when you find out that she actually lost her virginity on her mother's grave, the same mother that basically died shortly after giving birth to her, you're just like, yeah, she is like goth girl supreme. So she would have most definitely been seen walking around a horror con for sure if Melly Shelley was a contemporary figure. Poe most definitely. Poe would most definitely be at horror cons for sure. He would have been most definitely simping and gooning over the goth girls like the rest of us. um, Bram Stoker for sure. But yeah, there would definitely be a few historic figures that I could think of that I would think like, all right, I could see them appearing at a con. I always love this part right here. Yeah, just got the break 25 minutes 30 seconds with Mike and his crazy dream. Yeah, that's an awesome Poe quote. Yeah, every time I see that A Nightmare on Elm Street film with that quote, I'm like, yeah, it's going down. Mm-mm. So you just can't help but just vibe out whenever you like you hear these songs. They have like a good vibe and flow to them. Very progressive rock. You could tell they were probably listening to a lot of like Rush and Led Zeppelin. Yeah, this part's very trippy. He's like, shrinkage, cold, my mortal enemy. Yeah, yeah. They had to do this like the good old fashioned way. Yeah, it definitely makes me think of like Goblin and them putting together all those great songs as well for the Italian hits that I love. Man, it's definitely a hard thing for sure, Bumper. Finding a woman that's all too supportive when it comes to horror is a good thing. So there's a reason why a lot of those women are snatched up for sure. But you know what though? That makes me think that there really should be. I've seen other cons, but there really should be like some sort of speed dating thing in regards to horror conventions. I think that would be like a cool, fun thing that could be incorporated. And, just to get people mixing and mingling. Good luck parking that cool at Home Depot. All right. uh, it's like if this cooter's rocking, don't come a knocking. You seen them at Days of the Dead back in the day? Yeah, there should be definitely some more of them. I mean, it'd just be a fun way of getting people out and about. Like, I think it would be absolutely perfect to have like right after the con or one of the last things for the con on a Saturday, simply because it's the busiest day. Have a speed dating thing for like maybe at a good hour, hour and a half, and then right after that, let out before going towards the after party. So that way you get to actually vibe with the people that you just met at speed dating, and you know, hopefully that leads to an after party. And that would be great for the cons that are at a place that shares the same hotel, like or at least has the hotels very close by, like a Frightmare or a Spooky Empire. Creep Icon had speed dating too about 4 years ago in Ontario. Okay, cool, cool. Spooky Swap Meet. Where's Spooky Swap Meet being held at? TCCK? Mm. But there's like a vibe with 70s horror. Like, even though this was like late 70s, you could tell it had all the aspects of what made a great 70s horror film right there. Like, you get aspects of like, of course, like Halloween and Black Christmas, The Changeling, a few other ones that came out around that time where there's just a certain style where it's hard to really replicate because they weren't trying to look 70s. They were just living in that particular time in the world. Like, look at Mike's outfit. That's so 70s, but it's not trying to look 70s. Heritage Square Museum. Okay, cool, cool. I haven't heard of that. But I'm all for events like that, like big or small, like horror swap meets, things of that nature. Those are a blast. That's why I went to the Houston Horror Market Madness pop up the previous week. Just a 1 day event, but it's a smaller event. You don't have to do as much walking as a convention, and you just hang out with people, grab a few beers, and just enjoy a cool, nice day outside. The weather was perfect. I was really worried it was going to be cold, but Houston weather cooperated. Hey, make me ghost face for you. If you need to catch up, I'm at 32 minutes and 25 seconds, but um, just stay wherever you are and enjoy the movie. I always say, yeah, you're discovering so many new great 70s movies. I feel you on that, Tony. That's how I felt with seeing The Sentinel. Like, I was so happy checking that out because with the 70s, is either I feel like a film is too much of a slow burn for me, or they have the pace that's just right for me. films like this, The Sentinel, The Exorcist, things like that, I could totally get into. But then again, you have other ones that are just a little bit too slow. But The Sentinel, they had me at Naked Beverly D'Angelo. But the fact that it has Beverly D'Angelo, Chris Sarandon, Christopher Walken, um, Jeff Goldblum, you have all these, names that we know and love in very early periods in their career. It's very cool. Oh wow! So Rush. Oh okay. Neil's from your hometown. Nice, nice. Yeah. I worked for a store and we had to like load up the stereo with like all types of music. So I did like every single genre and band I could think of. So I remember putting Rush on there. So whenever hearing Tom Sawyer, it's just like it makes me think of working back at that store. Or those of anyone who's seen The Iron Claw, it makes me think of the workout montage to Tom Sawyer in that film. Hamilton, Ontario. Yeah, Canada's finest. You know what? I think you know what the I have a very special love in my heart for the Phantasm theme. It doesn't get nearly as much love as the Halloween theme. And the Halloween theme, it's been referenced like crazy. So many songs have ripped it off. But the fact that not that many horror themes have been inspired by Phantasm, I would say, is a travesty. I I probably whenever I think of horror theme songs, I personally hum the Phantasm theme song more than the Halloween one. So I'm with you on that, Tony. Yeah, you're right, TCCK. It totally gives off that Fulci vibe. It definitely gives off that whole Italian horror goblin type vibe. I gotta rip this footage and post it on YouTube of my buddies who worked at Hollywood Video hiding in the giant return box pushing people's moves out. Oh man, those are fun times, man. Like back in the day, having jobs like that. Yeah, like this totally gives off like Italian horror vibes. Like the organ, the whole set for the whole mausoleum. And then of course it could just be the film stock that it was used. It helps with it as well. Man, this film would just be so crazy to watch on shrooms or acid. Like, I could totally see someone like being so freaked out. Like, whoa, dude, look at that orb. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I love the spheres. They're awesome. Like, when I was a kid, this used to freak me out. Now I find this so hilarious. And to be honest, I would absolutely love to be killed by a sphere in Phantasm. And this is just like so creative for his day. Like, who would have thought of killing someone like this in a horror film? Boy. Oh yeah. The spheres were so out of the ordinary. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that someday, guys. We're gonna have to like get a hold of some mind altering substances, like get together and do a like a watch party of like all the Phantasm films. It's definitely not going to be for the week. Man, I would have loved to have met Angus. I've from everyone that I've known that has met him, they have all said that he was such a sweet guy. Oh, so that's what happens when you eat too much mustard. Mustard. Yeah, I totally think the spears are why we like this as kids for real. Those are like super cool deaths. Oh man, I'm riding, Tony. If oh, you know what? It's gonna be a tall woman and a girl. It's gonna be completely gender swapped phantasm. And I'm gonna hate every moment of it. They're gonna get like the tall chick that played like Brienne of Tarth from Game of Thrones, and she's gonna be the tall woman. So you could get them here in Vegas. Yeah, man, that's where the last. Funny enough, that's the last time I actually had some, and it was from a dude at the Jamboree, and he actually came from San Diego. Funny enough, so I'm speaking of this while I'm at my ad for Don, and I have talking ducklings. So yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do that, y'all. That would be such a fun experience, like all getting together. Like that will remind me of the time at the Joe Bob Jamboree. Yeah, that was fun watching. Goodness, Shroom Night was Universal Horror Night. So it was cool watching like Frankenstein and Dracula and the Wolfman. Thankfully, these are films I'm ultra familiar with, or else I wouldn't know what was going on. But yeah, Phantasm would definitely lend itself to a fun watch like that. Your buddy has some there in pill form. Hey, so that's cool. It's good to know we'll have a hookup. So we may have to do this in Vegas. We'll have to get to Bumper, and we're gonna hang out. Is it my foreman grows them so I get ounces for cheap? Last time I took them, I watched Ace Ventura when Nature Calls. It was like brand new again. Yeah, for real. That's what made it interesting for a Universal horror night at the Jamboree. It was like watching it like in a whole new different way for real. And then seeing it on the big screen for the first time and surrounded with all these horror fans. Oh man, it's a feeling that I wish I could bottle up. But I'm really looking forward to going to Transworld this weekend as well, guys. That's going to be a lot of fun. And I saw your comment bumper about the companies that you're looking forward to seeing. So remind me. I'm gonna definitely go and live stream again. But if you catch the live stream, definitely make sure to remind me. But I'll make note of those companies and add them to the vlog. And my good friends that live in Vegas that are from St. Louis let me know of some cool horror related spots. One is a horror related bar. Another is a horror related like pizza place slash bar. So definitely gonna go check those out. And of course, it's really cool because the Exorcism house that from the actual real story that inspired the Exorcism in the book, um, that house is actually there. And I want to ask. I'm like, hey, can I drop by because their friends actually live in that house. They own that house, and I don't want to ask for a favor if I could actually go by and see it. but I'll probably say that for another time. Even though I totally want to ask Cash in a favor. um, I will be there Friday and Saturday. I'm gonna drive in on Thursday, but I'm gonna be so exhausted from driving. I don't think I'm gonna go in on Thursday. So I'm definitely gonna be there on Thursday, Friday. I mean, excuse me, on Friday and Saturday, and I may do Sunday. The horror bar might have closed down. Well, this one is actually a new one. This is owned by my friend that I'm mentioning. Her friend just bought it not too long ago. Let me actually pull up the name of it. I was just like, okay, I'm definitely checking out this place. All right, the bar is called The Hunt. It looks like a really really cool spot. So be on the lookout for my vlog on that when um the pizza restaurant is called the Headless Bat. So I'll go there as well and check it out. So that'll be some extra content while I'm in St. Louis as well, guys. Yeah, and speaking of horror bars being shut down, that reminds me of this bar in Denver that was horror related that I wanted to go check out, and it shut down before I ever had the chance to visit it. Sucks. So Saturday you'll be in a class for your union hall, but you'll be out at 2 p.m. your time. Okay, cool. No problem. No problem at all, Bumper. And I may actually be going live around the time that you're finishing up. But definitely catch it on the rewatch. Reggie's all cool and pristine right there. For everyone that needs a time stamp, I'm at 43 minutes 40 seconds. Oh, it's like you guys called a ice cream man when you should have called an exterminator. But little did we know that Reggie will be quite an exterminator. Yeah, I'm definitely going to live stream on Friday and Saturday for sure. Like that venue's huge. Like wow, like they put up the map, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to get there early. I'm gonna have to get there early just so I can just vlog because I'm gonna try to split it up over 2, maybe 3 days if I go on Sunday before hitting the road to come back to Dallas. But wow, like, jeez. And what's really cool about Transworld is they have really cool after parties. I guess with all the vendors and buyers and everything, everyone's trying to unwind and get a few drinks in. Hopefully, there'll be a bar like at the Halloween and party expo that I missed out on at the last minute. Like, I'll definitely have to do that. Hey, Papa Goss in the house. What's going on? Yeah, I'm thinking Distortion will be there as well. Yeah, Bumper. Transworld has been on my list for a while now. I think one of my buddies there, Redbeard Lost, who's also a vlogger, he'll be there. He's really into masks and things of that nature. So I'm really glad to go there because I want to go there and get a lot of footage for my shorts on my channel because I have a lot of subscribers that are really into animatronics shorts. So I'm going to make sure to get a ton of good footage of that and some of the hunts and pretty much everything I could possibly get, guys. Yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a first time going. I want to do that and eventually East Coast Hunters. I don't think I'll be able to do East Coast Hunters this year, But of course, if I can make it work, we'll try to definitely get that popping. It's like this organ's just popping off. Like this organ is coming for Carnival of Souls. That'll be another fun watch. That's one of my favorite old school horror films. I was so glad that Joe Bob showed it on the last drive-in. You need to figure out a great catchy name for a channel. So you'll be posting Must for Loose as well. Okay. Hey, let us know whenever you get that popping bumper. Whenever you figure out your name and everything, you know we're gonna support. Man, these evil Jawas, man, gotta put some hot lead in them. Like the way he shot him gets me every time. March 7th. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. There's a chance that I may be in Washington, D.C. for a convention. I haven't solidified, well, I have press credentials there. I just need to go ahead and set up my plane tickets and my hotel reservations. I need to do it because I actually found a good price for a hotel, a pretty decent hotel. I mean, the way I feel like whenever I'm traveling, I don't need the Ritz. I just need somewhere clean that's not too loud for me to, just lay my head. So, I may be leaving early on Friday on that convention night to go watch the double feature for Joe Bob. Yeah, I know it kind of sucks that it's only the first Friday of the month. But you know what, Tony, something I was kind of thinking of. I was thinking of simply because they're stretched out each month now. I'm thinking of maybe doing a live watch along for the last drive in. I mean, I'm going to be watching it anyway. So it would be fun to just, catch it and live stream with some people that have Shutter and maybe, find a way to engage with new audience. All right, cool. Well, that's cool, Tony. I will keep that in mind. I think I'll do that because that'd be a cool way to engage with my other mutant friends. Because I know a lot of us, we do our live drive-in chat on like Discord and Slack and Group Me. I'm literally in 3 different live drive-in chat groups, so it'll make it a bit easier for people to correspond with me if I'm just watching and talking as opposed to typing. So, does anyone else besides me and Tony have Shutter? Yeah. That'd be a good way for them to get addicted to Shutter. And you know what? That brings me to why I think they went monthly. I think it was to kind of stretch out the subscriptions throughout the year from people that may cancel whenever Joe Bob isn't in season, and also to kind of like ward off the people from using free trials. Then, so hey, Shutter's trying to do whatever they can to keep the lights on, I feel. But as long as Joe Bob is a part of the channel, I will gladly give them my $7 a month or whatever it is. Hey, that's the way to do it, Tony. Getting shuttered multiple times with burner emails is the way to do it. You have Snapchat. Hey, you know what? Thank goodness for that dude who pirated the last drive-in during the original marathon, because that's the way that I saw it. Because I had went about getting the Shutter free trial, but of course Shutter died from not expecting the sheer amount of drive-in mutants there were. So I'll never forget that dude that pirated the stream and got it out there for people to watch. No, I don't have a Discord just yet. Make me go space for you, but I will be setting up a Discord very soon. It is something that I've been needing to do. Hey, nothing wrong with being a pirate. Make me go space for you. I'm a bit of a pirate myself, so we have to do what we can in these rough times. But also we play our part as well. You know, there's only so much physical media a person can have. And then, not only that, but the fact that there are some things that haven't been released in physical media, in, DVDs or Blu-rays or 4K. So, pirating will have to do in, cases like that as well. Oh wow. So Tony, you didn't know Joe Bob was back until like season 3? That's crazy. Well, better late than never, man. That's the way. Well, at least you had a backlog of episodes to go through, right? The UFC like 900,000. Hey, man, UFC can add up, bro. Seriously, like, I mean, how much is UFC per event? Like what? Like $60? And a big heavyweight fight or a big boxing match goes up to like 65, $70 now. Thank goodness for sites like Stream East and Crack Streams and all these other sites. You went to UFC 59 and 63. Oh, that's dope. Yeah, I want to go to a UFC event. Like, I have my friends in Vegas. They go every now and then. I've been telling them that I've been needing to go to a Golden Knights game and a UFC match, and pretty soon they may be getting the NBA. They may be getting the Mavs if the rumors are correct. Which, I mean, I wouldn't doubt. I mean, Vegas has been rolling with getting professional teams. Baseball will be there sooner than later. Like when I was just last there, I stayed at New York, New York, and my view was right across from where Tropicana used to be and where the baseball stadium will be. So that's pretty cool. So you use meth streams? Yeah, yeah. Oh man, it's like 90 there. Man, that's crazy. So I completely underestimated. So if you got UFC at $65, that would be a deal. 120, man, 120. Jeez. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, as ethical as I would like to be and actually pay for sports and things of that nature, I'm not trying to go broke for a sporting event that I may not be incredibly happy with the results. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can't be, sad for billionaires and millionaires, multimillionaires losing out on, a couple of dollars here and there. It's kind of like me complaining about if a penny fell out of my pocket. I'm just like, oh, it's okay. No, I lost $1. It's okay. I can always make another dollar. And I'm at just got out of my ads. I've just passed 53 minutes, guys. Yeah, they kind of reminded me of someone that left a comment about the a Screenboat display on my channel. But they were saying like, man, I hate to see Disney get screwed out of I hate to see people screw Disney out of money. And I'm like, dude, if you think Disney out of all companies is hurting for money, you're sadly mistaken. They can miss a few dollars here and there. So I'm like, if if it's any if it's even remotely possible to screw over Disney, that would be a funny thought. But I mean, hey, I'm all for anyone getting over on that corporation nowadays, especially when it's so expensive just to go to Disney World nowadays. Like, man, like I'm glad I took my kid when he was like 7 or 8 to Disney World. Like nowadays, man, it's crazy. And for just like a 2 day, 2 days at Disney World for a family of three, I spent over $1,000. Absolute madness. Yeah, a buck ain't gonna change my life. So for them to miss out on a couple $100,000 here, tens of $1,000 here or there that they can most likely write off anyway, boo hoo, cry me a river. You're looking forward to Patty versus Mike Chandler? Nice. Yeah, man. I love the growth that UFC has taken off. Like I remember maybe like let's see about really 15 years ago really getting into UFC and trying to get people, hey, come on, watch it, it's fun, because boxing was really starting to die then. And I'm just like, guys, this is insanely entertaining. You get to know these fighters, know their stories, and you really root for these guys. And then the women were starting to take hold in the sport as well. So yeah, I love to see where UFC is now. You haven't downloaded anything since LimeWire back in the day. Yeah, man, those viruses and everything. Yeah, when you were a kid, Disneyland was $25. Yeah, yeah, it's and two. Yeah, it's crazy prices now. Yeah, every time I see this part, I can't help but think that Tommy Lee Wallace may have been inspired to do the same thing in it. Yeah, exactly. I could do a lot more with $200. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the show at the Spear that looks so cool. Yeah, yeah. You know what? Now my time of really enjoying UFC and being a bit fascinated with UFC goes back with those early days when it was truly we're going to get a jujitsu guy, we're going to get a boxer, we're going to get like a sumo guy, and we're just going to let him wreak havoc. And little did we know, jujitsu was wreaking havoc back then. So to see Gracie do his thing and you know the fact that it was totally so controversial in the 90s with UFC. It was like UFC and ECW were always on like Inside Edition for these controversial violent sports. So I that was just like a time that you just had to have been there for. I always tell the kids nowadays, yeah, VW represent. VW to the rescue. So Richard Thomas from It will be at the Hollywood show. Cool, cool. I just watched that It documentary not too long ago as well. That was actually a pretty fun watch. I love the whole Never Sleep Again style documentary. I always call those Never Sleep Again style documentaries because it totally did jump off that style, which was followed by like Crystal Lake Memories and the Return of the Living Dead documentary. Like literally, like almost every horror doc now kind of has that style with like the cast and crew. good behind the scenes pictures, and it makes for a great recipe for a good 3, 4, 5, 6 hour watch. Like I can't tell you how many times that I've just sat down randomly to just watch Crystal Lake Memories or Never Sleep Again. Hey, that's not ice cream. Yeah, the original it. Yeah, rest in peace to Jonathan Brandis. Yeah, man, that was a bummer. Getting that news about him, especially being such a big fan of like it and Sidekicks. Like I'm a total Sidekicks guy. Oh no, sexual harassment, Jawa. You ever have a buyer for your Return of the Living Dead side poster? He wanted it. Now has to have. Okay, nice. Yeah. Tonight we'll make love tonight. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think I saw Sidekicks twice in theaters too. Like I remember my mom dropping me off to the theater. I remember the theater that I saw it at, the Malco Bartlett 10 in Bartlett, Tennessee. That was such a good watch, man. Oh, cool. So you met Buyer and Johnny Horror Stream here. Nice, nice. Yeah, I love Johnny Horror stuff. I definitely want to meet him one day. Hopefully, whenever I go to East Coast Con, I was a bit bummed because he was at um, geez, was it Terracon in Boston? I was at, but he was there on a different day than I was, so I didn't get a chance to meet him. All right, underage drinking. Oh man, of course, Tony. Hey man, we have to make those times count because let's just say there's two movies that you wanted to see that were out in theaters at the same time. All right, yeah. I tell my mom, look, it was cool because those were like the best times because that same theater that I mentioned, the Malco Bartlett 10, it had very cool cinema, great theater. What was really cool is they had a awesome arcade right next door to it. Great arcade. I mean, countless games. And then right next to that was this pizza place that had great New York style pizza. So I could spend an entire day at that theater of like watching maybe two or three movies, going to the arcade and then the pizza place, and then calling my mom on the payphone to say, "Hey, come pick me up. I'll be waiting outside. I'll see you outside in like 20 minutes." But man, that was such a great time. No, I didn't get a chance to. You know what? I never got a chance to go to Epcot. I would. I still need to go check out Epcot. Yeah, you're so right, Bumper. That's one thing that I really really enjoy about Johnny Horror's content. He really show goes out of his way to show the prices. So if you're someone that's really all about getting those autographs and knowing what your budget's going to be, and already knowing that cost beforehand, that pays dividends like for sure. So it scared the shit out of you. I have to check that out. Maybe there's some like video or something, some sort of footage. Yeah, those were the days. Yo, oh yeah, Captain EO, Captain EO. Yeah, the Michael Jackson video slash ride thing. Yeah, Captain EO was pretty interesting. Disney Epcot, yeah. Yeah, I want to go during the festival times, mainly because I can go and drink and have different foods and things of that nature. Kids, don't try this at home. Yeah, I don't think I've come across a horror documentary that I didn't like. Well, a post Never Sleep Again horror documentary that I didn't like. There are some like pre Never Sleep Again that didn't get the pacing right. They may have had like false stories in there. I'm not going to name docs, but there are certain ones that I think of. Yeah, I definitely want to meet Johnny Horror. But it's cool to see like people on the convention scene because there's like people on the West Coast like horror Halloween 365 days. You know, people on the East Coast like Johnny Horror. And I like seeing what these people are doing and definitely want the opportunity to meet them and talk with them about our love of horror. And that's one of the cool things about this community. Um, Especially since a lot of them, when you do meet them, they don't really have ego or anything. They're just like regular horror lovers like you and I. So that counts for a lot. Yeah, it was like a three. Yeah, it was really cool with Captain EO. I would have liked to have tried to check it out. A lot of that stuff in Epcot. Yeah, I want to do the Tron ride nowadays. Yeah, I definitely have to do the Haunted Mansion every time I'm at Disney World or Disneyland. That's a must. Speaking of Disneyland, I want to go out to Disneyland for Bats Day. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it this year, but my good friend that lives in Las Vegas, we may try to correspond to try to do a Bats Day either this year or next year. Because I think it would be cool to just hang out at Disneyland with all the goths and alternative people. Just hang out with all the bat ears instead of Mickey Mouse ears. So it would be dope. You should come, Bumper. Be plenty of goth girls, and I'm pretty sure there'll be some single ones available. Last time you went was in 2015, so I'm not sure how it is now. My friends always said it was boring too, but some of my favorite rides were there. They're all gone now, though. Yeah, I know such a sad thing. Make me go space for you. Especially like when you think back of like certain theme parks like that and Universal. Like I always wanted to do the Jaws ride at Universal. But by the time I got a chance to go to Universal, it was long gone. All right, just reached another ad. So I'm very envious of the people that got a chance to do the Jaws ride, or the people that were able to go to Nickelodeon Studios at Universal Studios, or I say the way they would say it, at Nickelodeon Studios at Universal Studios, Florida. So yeah, that just sucks. A lot of that stuff isn't still around. Hey, we got Matt in the house. What's going on, Matt? Hey, welcome, welcome. I'll give you a timestamp as soon as my ad just ends. But glad you're here, buddy. You remember Mr. Toad's Wild Ride? Oh man. I bet that was a trip for real, literally and figuratively. Universal would definitely be fun to go to during Halloween Horror Nights, Tony. I would say that's the best time to go. I would probably say as a horror fan, check it out then, especially if they have really good houses then. He said goth women are its weakness. Yeah, the Back to the Future clock. Yeah, I know, right? All right, Matt, I'm at 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 45 seconds. You know what would be a wild ride to do on shrooms? even though this is a fictional ride, but if this was in real life, you may actually have some heart attacks. But the ride from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, that is totally a like a bad trip ride. Like you would have to sign like a liability waiver. Yeah, those were the best days, right, Ghostface? Yeah, Epic Universe Monsters will be good. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to what they're planning on doing at Area 15 in Vegas. This is a fun shot too. Get some spirit vision. Yeah, I know, right? I remember being a kid seeing that scene for the first time, just being like, "What is going on?" Like nothing up to that moment gave you any inkling that anything remotely like that was going to happen. That's the only moment in that film that's like that. And I'm pretty sure that pretty messed up more than a few kids. Yeah, I don't think that would be too hard to make. Yeah. Oh man. That would have been cool, Bumper, if you could have, so that you could be our inside link, our inside source to some cool news like that. Yeah, the Phantom Toll booth. Oh man, yeah. The unintentional scary stuff was always fun as a kid. Like like especially like Wizard of Oz related stuff like Return to Oz. Has anyone seen the stop motion Alex? I mean, geez, Alex, Alice. There's like a stop motion Alice that came out, I believe, in the 80s, and I think it's like maybe like Ukrainian or something to that effect. But it's some like European version of Alice in Wonderland, and it is like a lot of stop motion and things of that nature, and it is a trippy movie. You may be able to find it on YouTube. Funny enough, yeah, Alice is dope. Definitely check it out, Tony. Barbara says I've painted an oddity store in Bally's and Twilight Zone mini golf here. Yeah, I've walked past that Twilight mini golf. That looks very cool. Yeah, the Wheelers from Return of Oz. Yeah, yeah. Return to Oz was definitely one of those ones. Just super creepy. Hey, I'm gonna be calling you guys one of these days. Don't be surprised if I'm like, hey, I need you guys to be cast and crew for a horror short or a horror film now I'm working on. And then you're gonna get I gave my blood, sweat, and tears to the horror Green Books movie, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt. Yeah, the sands of despair. Yeah, that's right. Mount up. It's like dwarfs. It's like it just makes me think of like you're gonna see like Beetlejuice from Howard Stern in there, and like Vern Troyer. Get other people in there like Also, gosh, what is the dude's name? Any other time I could think of his name. The little person that was the wrestler came out with like Fit Finley. The dude who was ended up didn't he end up doing like a Leprechaun movie as well, like one of the Leprechaun origins films? Hey, Lori, what's going on, Lori? Hornswoggle. There you go, Tony. Hornswoggle. You got Hornswoggle in one of those containers. The tall man is just genetically engineering little people. So we got some painters in the house. All right. So it's good to know that people who are skilled at painting enjoy horror films. At least you guys aren't painting the walls in blood. If you need a timestamp, Lori, we're at 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 7 seconds. You're just in time to catch the finale of Phantasm. Yeah, I imagine so, for sure. Especially if you get some good jobs, for sure. There's some great buildings that are upcoming, or great projects that are on the docket for stuff that's coming up. Hell yeah, I'd imagine that's some very good money. Whoo, yeah, 75 if you're union. Oh yeah, that's a great gig. Yeah, that's definitely something to seek out joining the union for. That's for sure. Yeah, exactly. Reggie looks so young here. It's cool to see the evolution of Reggie. Like you see the signs of the badass that he would become in the later films. 52 after taxes. Hey, that's not bad. I will gladly take that. One of my favorite scenes in Phantasm is them playing guitar together. Yeah. You have to learn that song on guitar. Yeah, we were talking about how much of a renaissance man Reggie is. It's like he'll sell you ice cream, he'll play your song on the guitar, and he'll teach you how to shoot a gun. It's like, I mean, one of the best friends you could ever have. Yeah, I hope so too. Yeah, hopefully the tall man will come through and inject them with something, and we get some good news. It'll be a miracle case. But you know, it's good to know that at least he'll know how much he means to the fans because these films would not be anywhere near as enjoyable as they are without Reggie's contribution. That's for sure. Because he's such a lovable guy in these films. Because it's like he's totally like the lovable douche. Like he's such a good guy. Like he will give you the shirt off of his back. Yeah, you're right. You're right. His energy is just going to float out amongst the horror fans that love it. He's going to join Angus in horror heaven. It's such a cool film though. Like it really goes to show like what you could do with like a smaller budget if you're super creative. Because I can't imagine this film costs much at all to make. Yeah, he really is. Like I have never heard anything bad about Reggie. Remember, yeah, it's definitely Wishmaster. Yeah, I hope so too. I really hope so. Tony's poetic. I think it's a part of the whole musician thing. Oh, you think Reggie's dead? Little did we know, he's like herpes. He'll be back. Yeah, right. Wait till you we be you're like this dude's worth a lot. uh, well, that could be poetry as well. That reminds me of what like that poem where they do where he's like mainly cussing. Oh my gosh, like that poem cracks me up every time. Oh my gosh. It's like for anyone that's seen that film 24-hour party people, it's that poem where the guy's like basically cussing like the entire time of the poem, but it's like so creative how it's pieced together and it's hilarious. So got some business to take care of. Yeah, but thanks again everyone for hanging out with me tonight. Make sure to hit that like button. I've been thinking about doing that exploitation night as well. So we may actually I think I may have a free night on Wednesday or maybe even tomorrow. I may feel the itch to do another live stream. So we may watch like some exploitation or some martial arts or some sort of schlock. I like Phantasm two's one a bit better, but I love the feel of part one. Like it's never a bad time for me to hear part one. Yeah, you like how they didn't have any more homies. Yeah, it's just like all right. It's like we've given it all we've had. So let's just go ahead and get them. All right, cool, cool. I'm glad to hear that, y'all. Yeah, I just want to do a few more things, especially in regards to like some of the fun films that we like for instance, I think we may do like for instance how we talk about the Corys. So we may get into like some Corey schlock, some like sex comedies. Boy, oh, so iconic. Some martial arts stuff. It reminds me like because one of the celebrities that I've always wanted to meet that I want to meet at a convention that I saw that will be at one on the East Coast is Cynthia Rothrock. I am a huge Cynthia Rothrock fan, especially the films that she did before she came to do more stuff in America. So all the stuff that she did in like China, with like was super awesome. So maybe we'll do some of that cool stuff like that. Maybe do the Corey Haim film with Cynthia Rothrock. Maybe do some like License to Drive type stuff. Just some schlocky type stuff. Because it's all adjacent. This would be stuff that we will always watch on like Monster Vision or USA Up All Night anyway as horror fans. So yeah, if you guys are down, yeah, we could probably do one tomorrow or on Wednesday. So I'm glad to hear that, Ghostface. Glad to hear that, Tony and Bumper, that y'all are down. And again, I mean, thanks so much for your support and being here. And I really, really enjoy hanging out with all of y'all. Like, you have no idea how much I look forward to just kicking it with all of y'all. Doom, doom. This is like a cool final part to this film. And it doesn't take $1 billion. All right, we'll just dump off a ton of boulders. And they're just going to perfectly fit in place right there. Yeah, I'm glad to hear y'all are in. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that ending scene is like one of my favorite endings. Like as far as like endings that really get it right, like of course, people are going to talk about Carrie and people are going to talk about Friday the 13th. But as far as my favorite like shock ending, this is probably my favorite because of how it's stylized. Yeah, total cliffhanger. And little did people know how long they would be waiting for that sequel. Like, yeah, you're gonna wait a pure decade and a half. It's a pretty cool twist here as well. So they had a cliffhanger and a twist. And the cool thing about Phantasm is you never know if someone's dead or not. Because you're like, yeah, the gate. Yeah, the gate is also a great one. I've been thinking a lot about the gate recently. So that may be a fun one to watch for next week. We may do that. But with the month shifting, you never know if they'll actually be on there. So I'll probably have to wait closer towards that time to see if he'll still be on Tubi. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. But speaking of movie theme songs and things of that nature, one of my favorite movie theme songs that doesn't get as much love as it should, probably because it is a shameless Halloween ripoff, is He Knows You're Alone. I absolutely love that theme. I think it's so cool. And it's another horror film theme that I think controversially is a bit better than Halloween, but you can't help but whenever you hear it think like, yeah, they were definitely trying to be Halloween with this one. Yeah, it was a good group in here tonight for sure. Yeah, Tubi has a great job of curating. Boy, that ending gets me. Ah, such a cool ending. Boy. Yeah, 78, 79. Man, to see some of these films in theaters, oh, I swear. Yeah, I know for real. They really do play around with this, Tony, with taking stuff away and giving it back to us. Like, all right, we'll take it away this month, and we'll be back a month or two away. Breakups to makeups. Yeah, it was a great group tonight for real. Now the comic could do for a remake for sure. Oh, the song is called "He Knows You're Alone." That's the actually. Let me see. I'll show you guys the trailer for it, and they play the theme song for it. Do do do. Actually, hold on. I think my computer's messing up. Okay, let me try here. Let me see. YouTube. Yeah, He Knows You're Alone is an awesome film. I know it's also on streaming sometimes, but oh no, actually it's on YouTube. We actually could probably do um a live watch along of that one as well sometime in the future. But let me show you guys the He Knows You're Alone trailer. Now, He Knows You're Alone. This movie's pretty reputable because this is a very, very early film of Tom Hanks's. And he's actually talked about this film being one of his early film roles. So that goes back to the long tradition of Academy Award winners and their early horror film roles. Let's see. Let me take this off here. Let me move this for my chat here. All right, bear with me, guys, right quick, and let me skip this ad. And I will be showing you here the trailer for He Knows You're Alone.
On the night before her wedding, every girl is alone. Joyce, Nancy, Amy, Tricia, Joan, Debbie. On the night before her wedding, every girl is frightened. And this time, there's good reason. He knows you're alone.
I know who the next girl is. Never mind how. I just know who it is.
On the night before the wedding, he knows you're alone. And it's going to be for the very last time.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun film. I mean, it's not the best. I'm not gonna hype you guys up. The theme song and Tom Hanks being involved in that film are probably the best things about it. But if you want to see a super early role for Tom Hanks, and what's really cool is, and a sign of how talented he was and his likability, his character was supposed to be killed off in that film, but because he was just so likable as a character, they decided to like write more of the character, and he sticks around a lot longer than what he was supposed to. So that's very cool for sure. And yeah, old trailers were better. And make me go straight for you. It's a very underrated one for sure. It's very unique. It's very, you could tell it was done before um the tropes of the horror genre were there, because they make some very interesting choices. Like for instance, like They don't hide the identity of the killer in this film. You know who the killer is once you get to watching this film. But it's pretty interesting to see for sure. But let me show you guys something. Let's see. Let me see if I could find that. Okay, cool, cool.
I was looking at you.
We will show.
Face death without any real.
I think I could find an interview where he talks about.
I was looking.
Let's see. Let me go back. Let's see. You love bosom buddies, Tony. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. Yeah, it's a total ripoff of the Halloween theme song for sure. But I love it though. It's a very good theme for sure. Have I seen Burnt Offerings? Yeah, yeah. The house from Burnt Offerings is actually the same. The mausoleum from Phantasm. So you're right about that, Matt. Yeah, Tony, I could sit around and watch like 80s trailers for horror films like all day, like for real. Yeah, the narrators were definitely doing their thing. In a world where one man does in a world where they took his most favorite belonging. What was that movie he did? Monsters and Mazes. Oh yeah. Bumper same, yeah, probably the same dude for real. Are you a fan of the Critical Drinker? You know, hey, welcome One Bridge 11. I have seen some of the Critical Drinkers stuff, so yes, I guess you could say that for sure. Yeah, Vic was his name. Can we never watch Look Who's Talking? Is my number one most despised movie ever. You know what? We'll have to say that for when you're not in the room, Tony, for sure. House Rules 2. Yeah, I love House and House 2. In a world where the taco shops ran out of hot sauce, he could no longer take it. He is the hot sauce avenger. Yeah, you're right about that, Tony. All right, let me show you guys another cool thing about Tom Hanks and his horror beginnings. I wanted to show you guys this, so bear with me. Yeah, it's so crazy. Like I am so fascinated with people that would be considered Hollywood royalty in their early horror roles that a lot of them are slightly embarrassed about, but they have a bit of pride as well around them because they know that that was their start of getting in the industry. Oh, that's cool, Tony. Funny enough, I am on IMDb as well from contributing to films and things of that nature. I need to actually get into more of that, in regards to like Indiegogo pages and just showing love and support, any way I can. So I have a few thank you credits. So Buffer says I need to get my SAG card. Yeah, that'd be dope. You really should, man. All right, I could definitely see you getting work, man. Okay. Let's see. That's super cool. I'm just tall. Yeah, you really would, man. And that's the cool thing about it, man. It's just being tall and just moving. Hey, I'm all for that, man. You want a Subway card full of stickers so I can get a free one? Hey, man, that's living the life. Oh man, y'all. Yeah, I've seen those like Subway cards or those fast food cards where they're just like, hey, as long as you have one of these, you can definitely get a free this every single day. I'm like, oh, I'm definitely there. And guys, let me post that address for Reggie Bannister again, so that if you did feel the inkling to send him something, you can. I'm definitely going to send him something this week. I think that would be like super cool to show him some love and support. Your buddy sent you a Taco Bell receipt from '99. Oh man, whenever I see like old school vintage prices on fast food menus, I can't help but get a bit mad because for one, the quality of the ingredients were way better, and two, the prices were way more affordable. So it's a twofold thing for sure. But I can say that for those of you that do enjoy old school Taco Bell, you are in luck. And if you know what I mean by saying old school Taco Bell, there's a certain taste that you will associate with Taco Bell. Like if you know what Taco Bell tasted like in like 89, 90, those around like the last times that it kind of had that particular taste. There's a business in Texas called Taco Casa, and they are owned by people that owned Taco Bell during that time period, but they left to start Taco Casa back in the day. So they still have those original ingredients and taste of that old school 80s Taco Bell that we know and love. So definitely, if you guys ever come in Texas, like Bumper, when you come down for Texas Frightmare, man, we have to go check out some Taco Casa, or if you know are moving out and about somewhere and you're by a Taco Casa, definitely check it out. Watch with subtitles. Okay, let me go ahead and make sure to put that in my other window right here. Let me see, horror short. Okay, yes, I see it. I will definitely make sure to check that out. By Oats, yeah, by Oats Studios. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can feast for $4, like literally living like royalty. Oh yeah, oh you had the employee discount. Yeah. Okay, so there's a lot of rewatchability. Okay. Okay, cool, cool. You were fortunate to see Roy Schneider. Okay, Roy Schneider filming a slasher movie in your hometown in '89. Okay, cool. Hey man, I've never been lucky enough to see someone doing an actual filming. The closest that I came was when they did filming for the film Hustle and Flow in Memphis. I never happened to get close to like a set or anything like that, but I do know people that worked on that film, so that's pretty cool. Let's see, double stack tacos, yeah. Do your Taco Bell still have chili cheese burritos? Okay, I'll make sure to ask. Yeah, yeah. Taco Casa is definitely highly recommended if any of you guys come to either Dallas or Houston. I believe they have them in Dallas and Houston. They may have them in Austin as well. Yeah, it's one of those last names that could just have a million different spellings, right? uh, so you guys are thinking you'll be down for some schlock either tomorrow or Wednesday? I think we could probably get that done. I would definitely enjoy that. I'm doing a quick little search on Tubi just to see what catches my eye. Yeah, that would be fun to actually go through something pretty cool. Oh, like we could do all types of things. Like for instance, Bloodsport is on Tubi right now. So I mean, there's never a bad time for Bloodsport. Okay, cool. So Ghostface says she's down. Okay. Rock and roll down. Rock and roll downsies. All right. Yeah, I mean, we got to fight to survive, guys. I mean, we should get a good Kumite chant going. Kumite, Kumite. All right, yeah, we'll probably do like a cool schlocky night. I mean, and who knows? We may even do it like a double feature. Okay, USA, right? Yeah, get some Bolo Young going. I mean, Prime Jean Claude. Okay, yeah, we'll probably do something like that. Maybe do like a double feature, of schlock. Okay, cool, cool. Tony says he's definitely down for the double features. Yeah, I don't think I've known anyone that has a dislike for Bloodsport. Like, if you dislike Bloodsport, I think I will probably dislike you as a person. Yeah, Frank Dukes and his elaborations. It is so funny. Like as a kid, like how I thought like Frank really did like do the Kumite and everything like that. Like you just take that story at heart, and Frank Dukes may not even know how to spell Kumite. But that just adds to the lore. I just think that makes for a better story. Like the fact that Frank Dukes more than likely lied about everything makes for an even better story. Yeah. It took 3 years to get a release. Wow. Have it on tape. Yeah, exactly. When you have like the ladies that love Bloodsport, like Bloodsport just encompasses everyone's love for just life. I mean, you have a rebellious teen that changes his life around, goes to serve his country and do all sorts of great things, and somehow becomes involved in underground fighting tournaments that can lead to the death. I mean, this is Shakespeare couldn't have done a better story. Yeah, one of the best themes ever, right? Yeah. So, okay, I think it's decided. Bloodsport will be tomorrow or Wednesday, whichever night. I think tomorrow night will probably be better for me simply because I won't have to worry about getting up early in the morning to drive to St. Louis from Dallas. So let's do tomorrow. We'll go with Bloodsport for the first film, and for the second one, I'll find something else. What are you guys thinking? Are you thinking something in regards to double features? Are you feeling more so something similar or something a bit different? So we're solidified in regards to Bloodsport. So are we going to do a martial arts theme tomorrow, or do you just want to do just all around schlock, just whatever may be a good watch tomorrow? Yeah, Taco Tuesday, right? So okay, cool. Second flick should be a little cheaper, like Monster Vision. Okay, Something random. Okay, okay. I was kind of thinking the same thing. Something a bit random. Keep you guys guessing. Man, I'm glad to hear you guys are down though. Okay, Laura seems to say random as well. All right. So I'm thinking you guys will be down with something a bit more random. So just switch it up a little bit between the double features. So let's go with that, guys. Let's go with random. So we're definitely going to go with Bloodsport tomorrow, and I will scour Tubi and what other free streaming sites for whatever else seems like a good watch. I love Bloodsport, so we could lighten it up a little bit with maybe a comedy, a cool little sex comedy, or just something that's very USA up all nightish or Monster Visionish. So I'll do that, and also if you guys will probably simply because we already know Bloodsport is the first film, I'll give it another 24 hours. So if you guys see anything on Tubi that you guys may want to check out, feel free to add that in the chat tomorrow, and we'll see what the group thinks, and we'll probably roll with that. So I'll probably have my idea on something that could be a good film to watch if you guys don't have anything in mind. But always up in I'm always up for taking recommendations from the travelers. You guys' opinions are, very important to me. So, yes. I'm thinking with us doing a double feature, we'll probably start maybe at 9ish. So, maybe around the same time as tonight, but we'll probably do it at, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, so 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yep. So I'm looking forward to it, guys. What I will say is definitely check out the free streaming sites to see if there's anything that fits the bill for some good schlock, and that may be our second feature. And what we'll do is we may do something fun for upcoming weeks to where we'll take a particular recommendation from the travelers. So let's just say 1 week Bumper will choose the flick. And then the next week Tony. Then the next week Lori. Then the next week Ghostface. Or simply because we are doing double features, we'll probably pick 2 travelers and then have you guys pick the flick and then just go from there. And that way we can get an idea of what you guys' tastes are, and, just get more input from you all. So that would be cool to, just get some more participation from you guys, and my way of just showing thanks for, hanging around with me, because I think that's, something that's very cool. I love this engagement from everyone. So that's why I say, always feel free to contribute to the chat and speak your mind on stuff, because, mi casa es su casa. We are here in the scary sanctuary, and, I want you guys to feel comfy enough to, give your input. It's just like, those times where we spent the night over our friend's house, and, they're just like, all right, well, you picked this movie this time, and, we're all going to go check it out. So I'm glad that you guys seem very, like you're liking the idea. So that's cool. So Tony says he would love to pick one. He already knows what it will be. Okay, cool. Lori says love the idea. Bumper loved the idea. Okay, see what everyone's tastes are. Yeah, exactly. Matt says sounds like fun. Yeah, so I was thinking about something like that. It was on my mind for the past couple of weeks, because I kind of want to mix up the ways in which we'll have the live watch party. Sometimes I want to take a poll on the community tab on the channel to get, the vast majority of the subscribers to vote. Sometimes I may want to keep it a bit small and let you all who show up every week contribute to what we watch and have that input. So I'm glad that you guys already know what you may do. Let's see. Tony says we all should do a $1 chuck and donate it to someone in the chat without Shutter. Yeah, that would be cool too. Yeah, for real. Yeah, that would be dope. Yeah, just have like a very cool like pool in which we could just donate and so people could actually join in, especially for like if we want to do a special one for the nights where Joe Bob is going on, or if we just want to pick up a random the last drive-in episode. That's why I want to definitely keep most of the nights free and on Tubi and stuff like that. But there's a way in which we could pull together and support those of us that don't have Shudder. That would be dope as well. Well, it would depend on the particular night, Lori. Like for the Monday live watch parties, we'll most likely keep those horror. But let's just say for the schlocky nights, it can be horror related. But let's just say if it's something like more like horror comedy, or if it's something like more so like a horror action film, something that's a little bit B grade more than anything. So let's just say like if you were going to show like a horror film, something like Sledgehammer or something like Spookies or something like to that effect, or Things would be along the lines of what we would be wanting. Something pretty crazy like Ghoulies Go to College, Ghoulies 3. So something like that. You could do something like that. So just think for Monday live watch parties, horror related. Anything else, let's just say the exploitation night, think something very exploitative or B grade. And then for any other theme, we'll definitely make note of it to make it a bit easier for when people are picking. And really appreciate that, Tony, for getting things started off. Man, the Greenbook gang are seriously some of the best, guys. Like seriously. And I that just reminds me of like all the things that I really want to do. You guys really show up every week. So like I said, I'm really going to get on to starting the Discord. With you guys being super early supporters, I want to get the link out to you guys first. And then let's just say if we do decide to do something like a Discord or a membership, I will only give the link out to people that are Discord members or membership members later on down the line. But for you all that are here right now at this point in this early junction in the channel's life, that will be made for you guys early on and for free. Ghoulies Go to College is so stupid and hilarious. I know, right? I just watched Ghoulies 2 with the kiddo. He's not ready for Ghoulies 3. I was just like, we're going to let you settle on the greatness that is Ghoulies 2 right now. Yeah, I think there should be, if you look in the chat, there's a $ icon. You can click on that, and you can add to the super chats. And also with anything that you guys donate to the super chats, not only does it help with the channel, but it helps to things that I will be doing for the future with the channel, such as like future giveaways. Like I said, I will be buying merch from HorrorCons that I will be going to. So I'll be giving away like hats and things of that nature for lucky travelers with giveaways and things of that nature. So thanks again so much, Bumper, for he says always fun chatting here. Thanks so much, Bumper. Really appreciate your support, buddy. And I think this is like your 5th super chat that you've donated to the channel. So thanks so much, buddy. Yeah, that is Bumper's 5th super chat. And we have Donovan, Happy Toys and Collectibles, Donovan's first super chat. Thank you so much, Donovan, for the super chat. Like, guys, I am a small channel, so the fact that whenever you guys send super chats, like, blows my mind. Like, I think whenever I see super chats, I think of like the more popular and bigger channels that I watch. And but that goes to show like how dedicated you guys are to this channel and how much that means to me. And it really inspires me to pump out more content to you guys, because I know that you guys are watching and you guys are taking in everything that I'm putting out there. So, just keep being supportive. And guys, if let's just say if you're ever in a place to where you can't donate, a super chat or a super like or a badge or anything, or let's just say a Patreon or a membership down the line, I always say a like will do me fine. So, I always say, feel free to give me those likes or those Ash Williams severed hands. They go a long way with pushing the channel out there in the algorithm. Comment in regards to anything that you saw. Hit the notification bells, because I know you guys are subscribed. Those every little thing helps with me being a smaller channel. But like I said, you guys spending your time here when there are countless other YouTube channels out there, it really means a lot to me. And yeah, you're right, Tony. We are all in this together. And yeah, definitely a stand-up move, Bumper. And everyone that has sent a super chat, whether it be today or in the past or in the future sometime, if it's at a time where you may, have to wait to get paid, I definitely have been there before. Or just at a time where you have to be in a better situation in life. I've definitely been there as well. I totally understand. Never feel bad if you're unable to donate or send a super chat. It's always free to send to click the like button, and I appreciate that just as much, guys. But thanks so much for coming in here from the Horror Greenbook tonight. It's close to midnight here, and we're going to go ahead and do a live watch party tomorrow, but it was going to be some good old schlocky exploitation stuff. So be on the lookout for that, guys. I think it'll be around 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I don't think it'll be any earlier than 8:30 Central Standard Time, but that's why I say make sure to click the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I go live or whenever I post something. But I will put up a time, an estimated time for the live watch party beforehand. But guys, thank you so much. And you're right, Tony, the drive-in will never ever die with support from travelers like yourselves. I am your travel guide, Brendan, with the Horror Greenbook, signing off, letting you know that it is scary in those streets, travelers. So let me know that you made it home safely. Thank you so much, Tries.